I'm hungry, so if you hear my stomach right now, that's that's what we did. That's what we
Get
learned.
Alina a snack.
Yeah. Get me a snack, stat. This is who I am now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As a
You're so
famous
LA.
TikToker.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Millennial Made. My name is Rod, and I have one of my very, very dear friends here. We became friends on the internet. How weird is that?
Yes, we did. Hi.
Alina is here at Alina Bock, right?
Yes,
B-O-C-K
that's correct.
on Instagram and TikTok.
Yes.
I think we first connected on TikTok.
Yes,
and
we
Instagram.
did.
Yeah.
Yes,
we kind of like started doing our stuff at the same time.
Yes.
And we do a lot of the same type of stuff. Like you're more specific. Tell me about your content. Like, what do you do?
I am an actress.
You are.
I came out here to be an actress, but from Germany.
From Germany, yeah.
Yes, I moved here from Germany about 10 years ago to follow my dreams. And but I always wanted to be a comedic actress. So I've always done improv comedy, sketch comedy. And then during the pandemic, when we had to stop doing comedy shows in front of sold out, 50-person seat theaters.
Yes. Ooh. Yep.
I took it to the gram and I took it to TikTok. TikTok, the Gen Z app where you do dances.
Yep, exactly.
Is how I knew it.
Yeah, exactly. And I was terrified.
Yes, terrified.
I started one. I think I've talked about this on the podcast before, but I started one. And then I loved Vine. Remember? Did you have Vine? Yeah.
I remember Vine. I never did Vine.
I never made videos, but I loved scrolling. And Vine was curated creators. So they right from the get-go, they picked 30 creators. Like those are the people you're gonna watch. But I loved watching Vine and TikTok's gonna be the same thing. And then I get on and I see people doing these weird transitions. I'm like, this is nuts. I'm like, I think Charlie D'Amelio was my first video, and I'm like, I should not be watching this. I was like,
also, Gen Z, just kids who grew up with technology and just can just edit stuff.
Exactly.
And I'm like, wait, when I was that age, I had to use a VHS camera, and if we wanted to make edit, that wasn't
you
a
had
thing.
to turn it off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we played Genie. I remember growing up where we would remember I Dream of Jeannie did this.
Yes.
And then she would blink out a camera. My mom would we thought it was magic. She would turn off the camera and then just we would run away and then turn it back on. And disappeared.
And then when you look at it and you're like, whoa.
So cool.
Or record yourself on cassette tape or something like that. Just.
And then we moved to iMovie, or what was it, iPhoto?
Yes.
That was the moment with the transitions. Bring that back.
And then you kind of just figure it out. You watch YouTube tutorials and just figure it out, and it's magic.
So speaking of all of that era, that's kind of what you touch on is 90s specifically. Yeah,
correct.
You haven't dove into the 2000s culture yet.
No, but I really want to.
Yeah,
I bought some outfits because because it's everywhere right now. The
everywhere.
Early aughts fashion is coming back. I mean, the younger Gen Z people. That's how I call them.
The younger Gen Z
the
people.
Younger Gen Z people.
So that is what we will now be referring to it on Millennial
The younger
Made.
Gen Z people.
The younger Gen Z people.
If you know who you are. You know who you are. They think it's they're discovering it. They're like, oh, this is cute, and
this
we're
Ed
just
Hardy shirt is really cool. And we're like,
yep. I don't know.
We hated that.
Ed Hardy is really having a moment, and it's been there, done that.
I did
Please
buy an Ed
don't
Hardy
do
t-shirt,
low-rise
though.
jeans, please,
Well,
for
they
the
did.
love of God.
They did. It was and Bella Hadid has brought back low-rise jeans, thin eyebrows, and side bangs. And she even said she wanted to bring them back.
You cannot. I mean, you know what? Anyone can do low-rise jeans. Anyone who wants to. But why?
Why? But why would you want to?
Why?
Yeah, you want to. Why?
It's not cute.
So you were sorry. I keep sidetracking you. So you touch on your childhood bedroom, right? NSYNC posters on the wall.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Because as it turns out, the very thing that I was most insecure about, which is age, because living in Hollywood as a woman.
Yep.
Who's an aspiring actress and has been going at it for quite some time.
Yep.
It's a very real it's anxiety, inducing.
Sure.
It's but can I look younger, and can I make myself a little younger to give myself give myself more time, and it's just it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But the industry has decided that's the way it goes, and you kind of just like adapt it as your own ideology, and it's not. You have to just like, no, rewrite that idea. It's actually not true. But
I do think that's what social media is doing a good job of right now, though, is kind of breaking those barriers.
Yes.
Because there's a group of people we've seen, the people who are listening to this podcast right now, followed me on TikTok first, probably.
Right.
And there's a group of people who are, you know, are still watching and engaging with social media, especially our age group. Like we started the social media movement, Zanga, MySpace, all of that. And we brought kind of it to Facebook, Instagram, and now TikTok. So we've grown with it. We know how to interact with it. But I think every single time I do a brand deal or every single time I like audition for something, it's always, okay, but we want to cater towards Gen Z. And it's like, but there's still this giant audience like, of people who want to, you know, who have the money to spend too.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so too. And I think you're right. Social media does a great job at showcasing the specifics of each generation, you know, that comes on to social media. Like there's something very specific and very funny to millennials that Gen Z people wouldn't be able to channel.
Yep.
And vice versa.
Yep.
So, you know, and with the TV movie industry the way it was a couple years ago, even still, it was so curated, it was so chosen for you, and now people get to choose their own way of like connecting to people, connecting to artists.
And it's not, I think even like production companies are having a hard time because, and you might know this better than I would because you're in the industry, but I have seen like movies are getting picked up on YouTube. Movies are getting picked up on Instagram, like Instagram TV and stuff.
The power of the people.
Exactly. We want something different. So I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I use every day. I started taking AG1 because I found myself tired and I didn't have time to, you know, stay in a routine with all these different supplements. So with one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start your day right. So like I said, that is a lot to try to cram into one morning with all these different pills. In AG1, you get it all at once. So you can help your energy, recovery, focus, and aging, all the things. So I personally like to consume it first thing in the morning before work. I don't have to think about it, and I just feel great the rest of the day. And in it, they have the vitamins that you need in order to, like I said, stay focused. And it's lifestyle friendly. So whether you eat keto, paleo, vegan, or dairy-free or gluten-free, you can still take AG1. And AG1 is a small micro habit with big benefits. It's one thing you can do every single day to take great care of yourself. So right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. It's great for traveling. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. So to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs. Like I said, it's great for traveling with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/millennial. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/MILLENNIAL to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. So speaking of your LA lifestyle, you're currently on an apartment hunt.
Yes, that's right.
Now, can you tell me a little bit from not growing up in LA? I grew up in Chicago. I came to LA for the first time ever a year ago. A year ago, like next week. It's kind of crazy that you know, I'd never been here before.
But you love it?
I love it.
Love it and hate it.
Love it and hate it. I actually love public transit, so I'm having a hard time.
Forget about it.
Ooh,
we don't do that.
I'm like, I'll take the bus. People are like, do not take the bus. It's like, okay.
No, taking public transit in LA is like doing like a true crime, like a true crime tour through LA.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, no.
Exactly. So tell me a little bit, first of all, what it's like living in LA, not, you know, growing up in LA. You grew up in Germany though, so maybe it's definitely different than the Midwest where I grew up. But, and then also looking for an apartment, what that journey has been, because you're documenting it on your socials.
I am.
Yeah.
I am. And people are very engaged. People love to follow me to the different apartments and look what they have to offer. And then at some point people were like, they don't look that glamorous. Like, why don't you move to like a nicer place?
Beverly
and I was
Hills.
like, do you know how much this costs?
insane how much LA costs.
It's insane. That's when I
sucks.
started just like being like, all right, I mean, as a millennial, I learned not to talk about money, but I'm just going to put it all out there.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all in the same boat here. Who
exactly.
cares?
So give me a brand deal.
Exactly. Like, hello.
Yeah.
If there's an apartment building out there in Los Angeles that would like a brand deal for me to live there.
There are them. There are them. They are out there, but they're all downtown, which I heard is where you don't.
Yeah. Then you have like a nice loft, but then you go outside and it's all just like trash.
Yeah. Like New York.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But see, I don't. I'm too old for that. I don't want the like skyscrapers and trash in front of the.
Yeah.
But what is it like living here? Like by now, what I appreciate about living here, obviously, is the sun. You cannot underestimate the amount of vitamin D. No pun intended. Mistake.
Hey, mind out of the gutter.
Go down to sun, vitamin D. You cannot underestimate what it does to your mood when you have sun all the time. And you can just go outside, especially during the pandemic. It was like, all right, well, unfortunately, I can't do all these things, but I can still go outside and have a barbecue and sit out on patios. And I have become very LA. My German friends tell me because I now love avocado and yoga and Pilates and hiking. And
hiking's great.
Right?
When you don't grow up around it. I mean, Illinois is so flat. So whenever I come here, I'm like, hike.
I used to be a hiking tour guide.
Oh. Learn something new every day. Wow. Love that.
In Griffith Park. I used to take groups
here?
Yep, here in LA.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the many jobs I have had since I moved here.
What's the wildest job you've had since over here?
I mean...
Well, there's that many, huh? Yeah, you're like, can't talk about that.
In the beginning when I moved here in my 20s, there were jobs that you didn't understand how wild they were. It was like, do you want to work as a server at this like poker event? And you're like, all right, cool. Sure, that sounds innocent. Yeah. And it's just like, no, they want,
a drug ring.
It's just like rich old guys who then were like, here's $100 if you get that lotion bottle over there and give me a little shoulder massage. And I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Because they've never been told no. Yeah, it's like,
and
give me out.
Yeah, and all the women who work there are wearing just the hottest women, beautiful, gorgeous extensions and nails. I don't know, high heels, tight dresses. And I was just like, this is not, I cannot, I don't like this. So I'm getting paid to be objectified at this poker event. Yeah. And I will not massage anyone's shoulder. Well, not anyone's, but not a stranger.
No.
A man's.
Exactly. No,
I will not massage a man's shoulders. Maybe women's. Maybe.
The audacity. So I wanted to talk to you because we touched on it, but we've gone through the same thing around the same time of this virality. And you are chasing, I don't know if I'm chasing the spotlight, but chasing a passion in, comedy and acting and writing. Were you expecting though, like once you made these videos, you're like, I will do this and it will go viral and reach millions of people?
Absolutely not.
Okay, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It was
because you're more dedicated than anyone I've seen. The makeup, the costumes, every single time it's the same costume and it's perfect. So it's like you put so much work into it.
Yes, it's what we did all the years before at the Groundlings and UCB and all these. That's how we learned to do comedy at these like sketch and improv schools, and I just love it so much, and I love just like a look of it and the detail of it, and I can see myself directing at some point in my life. I just love creating. The vision that I have in my mind is as good as I can possibly do it. Yeah. And also touching on an earlier question, so what I mostly do now is me as a teen in the 90s. Yeah. So yes, it's blue eyeshadow and thin eyebrows, and
you play your sister too.
And my sister,
who's the opposite, like
she's like very just like doesn't want to do anything. She's just like not in a good mood ever, and
there's a boyfriend character in there.
Yes. And it's it was just a spontaneous idea. I saw one of those chokers at Target, and I was like,
the colorful rainbow ones.
Yes, right? Yes. And I was like, oh my God, remember when we wore those and we thought we were the hottest shit? Yeah. And just that thought. And then I went home and I have like a little green screen, made a little video, and then it went viral.
Yeah.
And then people were like, oh my God, that's me.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if you connect with my 90s, teenage trauma, then I have got more.
Yeah, exactly.
Where that came from.
This past week, I did a comedy show for the first time.
Oh,
yeah,
wait, was it stand-up?
It was. I didn't do this. It was a stand-up competition, but I was a guest judge, so I had like a little bit of comedy to give.
I love that.
And that did make me realize that I'm like, I could do stand-up because I have so much trauma.
Right?
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, first of all, like just growing up in the 2000s, which was so superficial, and everyone was so cookie cutter, and I was bullied for not being cookie cutter. Religious trauma,
Yeah. I mean, who doesn't
body
have
dysmorphia.
religious trauma?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I can do stand-up now.
Yeah.
So I wrote down a couple bits. I'm like, I have a full stand-up show, just in like 45 minutes.
You're like, oh, it's not doing more. It's doing less. It's revealing
Exactly.
who I am.
It's just self-deprecation.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Exactly.
But people can relate to that, obviously, because life isn't this just like whoop, and then it goes to the next step, and then the next step. It's this whole different beast.
Yep.
And we're all in it together.
At least we have therapy.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
So yeah, because I kind of keep circle back. I was not prepared for it either. This
right.
like
Yes.
internet.
We were talking about that.
We were talking about
yes. I was not prepared.
We were not prepared. They're gonna have so much fun editing this episode.
This podcast has the structure of life.
Literally, this podcast is giving us trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I was also not prepared at all for this. Whatever. I was just making videos. In my home office with nostalgic music.
Yes.
But then it did, translate to something different. But there is this like, I don't know if you have it, anxiety of being perceived by so many people on the internet.
Yes.
That you're
definitely.
just not prepared for, and it's just like it can go to anyone. Like, I'm sure for your shows and stuff, like people buy tickets. So like, like people, there's a curated group of people who want to go, but especially on TikTok, it's like anyone can just see your video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just,
it's like the social anxiety translates to a whole new level of like cyber anxiety.
it's like social media anxiety. Yeah.
And it's out of your hand at some point. It's like the person you are in real life, fine. And then there's a person, your avatar almost, right? Your online personality person. It's at some point the internet just kind of shapes and decides who you are, kind of. You can always, stick to your truth and try to like steer the ship.
Yep.
But there's a part of it that's out of your control. And
Exactly.
you have to, but like, how long did it take you to kind of like accept that and like level up and then just like lean into it? Because you leaned into it.
I leaned into it. I think so. I was in the corporate world,
Yes.
which can't relate, unfortunately.
No.
Right?
No.
But corporate America, and I was in sales, so I always had this like analyst hat on where I was, looking at numbers and trends and all that, and I did see, I'm like, oh, people love when I talk about my anxiety at work. Maybe I'll keep doing it. And I kept doing it. And then that's what, caused me to grow. And I think I just touched something that no one was touching or talking about, especially a man, talking about talking and mental health. And then obviously throwing, Britney Spears behind it. People were like, I love this. And it's like,
anxiety, Britney Spears,
exactly.
and corporate America, the perfect combination.
And that's, when people ask me, that's how I explain it. I'm like the anxious corporate millennial who leans into nostalgia. That's exactly what I say.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, so then it was just, creating these videos did put a little bit of extra anxiety behind it because I'm such a people pleaser already. So when people found out I had a dog, just like, oh, I don't have a reason to put my dog on my TikToks. It's like, they don't relate. He doesn't relate to my.
Give consent.
Exactly.
I don't know if he wants this level of fame.
But I did put him on once, and people were legit mad. They're like, why are you hiding your dog? I'm like, I'm not hiding my dog. It's like, but then I realized people on the internet just see a part of you, but they expect that to be all of you.
And they expect that, and they think they have ownership over your online person. They now, you owe them something. And it's like, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm free, and I can do whatever I want. Literally. And if I don't want to do it, I won't. And then like, but I will stay. I will. There's
exactly.
more.
What do you want from me? I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to juggle. I'm going to juggle.
Yeah.
But I think too, it's because there are people out there who do give everything. It's like there's the Addison Rays, the D'Amelios, who legit have documentaries about their lives now.
Yeah.
So you're seeing everything about these social media stars. But I think for us, especially being older, it's just like, I've lived through a lot, and have a lot of life experience behind me that I'm like, I'm not ready to, show everything.
Yeah,
and
no.
hopefully people can understand that. It's always the bad outweighs the good. There's like 2 people who say something mean, and then it's like 300 people like, go Rod, and it's
right.
like, but the 2 people said something mean.
But our brains are wired the way that we look for problems and the negative and it's it's like a daily mental exercise to rewire your thoughts. And like, I actually, when I was I'm not trying to like throw this piece of information in here, but when I was in my early 20s in Germany, I went through a first round of like fame. I'm not saying that I'm like going through a second round of fame.
It's still the first round.
But I was like I was in like this German pop group. And
legit?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay.
I was in a German pop group.
I'm ready for this.
And,
wait, we got a music.
The band.
Oh, pop. Okay.
It was like
pop.
Euro trash music.
Oh, okay.
It was, we had like a show on the German Disney Channel, and then we did Euro pop music.
Like Mr. Saxobeat?
Like we did a cover of La 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 La. The magic melody goes la la la.
I am so into this right now.
Come on and sing with me. That kind of music.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was from like 2007 to 2010, and we did well in like Europe. We sold like 1 million records.
Oh. We did like 1 million.
We did okay.
You get a YouTube award for that now.
But that's when they put our music videos on YouTube, and I was in university before, and I left university to be in this project, and then had never had anyone comment on anything online, and then these music videos came online, and it was just like, she's so ugly, she's so this, why is she can't dance, she can't sing, what's wrong with her nose, what's wrong with her hair? And I was just like, I didn't know all these things were wrong with me. And I had to go through this whole, like, you kind of have to choose, like, do I go forever with what other people say about me, or do I find kind of, does that show me where my own strength is, and like, do I now have a thick skin at some point? You know? And it took me a couple years to get over it.
Definitely can see that even in doing this for a year. It's like thick skin for sure, but I think too it's just understanding like how like jealous other people can get too, and
jealous and insecure. It's whenever someone is mean to someone else, it is always a projection of something within them that you trigger in them or threaten or something. It's not personal.
No, it's not at all. And they can hide behind a keyboard and they can just say whatever the hell they want.
It's really sad.
It's really sad.
Don't do it.
Anyways, we're not expecting to talk about cyberbullying today, but
there's always room to talk about cyberbullying.
That's what we're gonna name today's podcast.
That's the second half of my days. I'm gonna go cyberbully.
It's like you have just like a really obvious name. It's like Alina Bock cyberbully.
Oh, it's not Alina Bock. I hate your hair. Someone did that to me 10 years ago.
Take off the beanie. It's like, oh my God. The fascination people have with what's under my hat. That's why I leave the hat on. Because I wear a hat in every video. No, I'm not. But people
will you
take
it off when the cameras are off?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, Alina, if you really want. I have people like hat fishing. Like, I'm not giving you any reason to like be think that I'm hat fishing. Like, I'm not posting their shit. I'm not doing anything like that.
Okay. Idea. A video that's the POV from under your hat.
Perfect.
Yes.
Great.
Okay.
Great,
we should do it.
Yes, we're gonna do that. What is your thought on hat fishing?
Hat fishing.
Yeah, I just want to know. Now we're gonna talk about dating.
Now,
what is your thought on that?
I would love to hat fish someone.
Yeah.
I would love to post a picture of myself with the beanie, not showing my hair, go on a date, and wear a crazy wig.
Okay.
Is that hat fishing?
That could be. No, it's not.
Should we invent it?
But that could be the new hat fishing. No, do you know what hat fishing is?
No.
Oh, it's like when guys look like attractive with a hat on and they take the hat off, and girls like, you're bald. It's like, but you know what I mean, but also we're in our 30s, so it's normal. I think it's more of like 20-year-olds than 20-ish year olds when they see it, like some people just lose their hair earlier. Okay. So there was one thing I wanted to ask you. What is the craziest, like the weirdest, like just being 30, there are things that come across my For You page that I'm like, this makes absolutely no sense. Like right now there's a trend going on, smash or pass, but I haven't
seen it.
So there's a filter, on TikTok, there's it picks an image. It's just which Disney character are you?
Yep.
And every Disney character from Mufasa to the aliens from Lilo and Stitch to Woody from Toy Story.
Yeah.
And people are now playing Smash or Pass, which, do you know what that means? Is do you want to have sex with this character or not? Yeah, exactly. That's been my weird one.
I don't like it.
Exactly. I don't either.
It feels like the younger generation doesn't have the respect.
Yeah, exactly.
That Disney deserves.
Flounder came up the other day. I'm like, Flounder.
We grew up with that.
Leave Flounder alone.
Have some decency.
Yeah.
We were 6 when we watched
exactly.
that.
The M&M's lady already
okay.
changed. It's like, which, whatever. You want to do what you want to do. What's the weirdest thing you've seen on TikTok, or the weirdest trend? You probably, because you post consistent content, so the algorithm's so strong. You probably only see millennial stuff.
I get a lot of millennial stuff. I get a lot of self-help stuff, just when you say 11:11, here's what you have to do. This is what the universe is. A lot of manifesting stuff. I'm into it.
Oh, good.
You have to seep through the bullshitty ones, but why not?
Yeah, I started manifesting. It's working sometimes.
I was literally manifesting to be here.
I was manifested for you to be here. Well, Hillary Duff, but also, you're fine. Yeah.
What's the weirdest thing? I can't even. I feel when someone asks me a superlative question, I feel immediate pressure, and my brain
color?
goes blank.
Yeah,
I was I have to pick one. And it has to be the best or the worst.
Well,
what if I pick the wrong thing?
Let me pick one for you. No, I can't think of one. Did you see the sailor trend where people were chanting sail, they were singing sailor chants, and people were fantasizing living on ships, and it was a very big trend as well.
Oh, no.
I think that's the fascinating thing about TikTok is that was such a big million hit trend that a lot of people saw, but then there's people like you who just never encountered it because the algorithm is so strong. So
sometimes I do want to know the trends on TikTok, and I want to see can I do a trend, and can I put my spin on it,
and then I just where's the trend? What is trending?
What is happening? I know about manifesting.
Yeah,
all right,
Noah Beck. All right, yeah. Alina Bock, Noah Beck. Okay, well, listen, we're coming short on time here. I did want to play a quick game.
Ooh.
Where I'm gonna show you. I have 4 pictures here.
All right.
And I'm gonna show you the picture, and there's no context to the picture.
Okay.
So it could be a wide variety of nostalgic things, and then you have to tell me who or what it is, and then if you have a specific memory or story, that's what we want.
Okay, great.
Do you know who this is?
That's Melanie Thorne?
No, I don't even know who that is. No, I'm going to play a song, and then I'm going to play a song with this behind it, okay?
Okay.
Irish Queen Samantha Mumba.
Right, that's her name. You are right. That is her name.
So there you go. There you go. Samantha Mumba. She is a couple good hits. Gotta tell you. Baby, come on over tonight. It's a really good one. Yeah. She lives here in LA. We should get together. You guys should get brunch.
Oh, let's
let's all go to brunch.
Let's get an avocado toast and go on a hike.
All right, next one.
Yes, look, I didn't know her before I moved here.
It's a very German name, too.
Yeah, what's her name again? And people have told me that I look like her.
Oh, you should be here for Halloween. You could pull it off. Helga.
Oh, very German name.
Do you know the show?
No.
Hey Arnold.
Oh, Hey Arnold, right.
Yeah,
I know it because I see it on social media, but I've never watched it.
Yep. Okay. Well, there you
go. There we go.
So you are nailing this.
But yep.
Next one. Did you have these in Germany?
Cupcakes?
Well, the hostess cupcakes.
No.
Okay.
What is that? A telephone?
No way. So there's these cupcakes that were right, guys? They're chocolate covered, and in the middle they had this cream, and they're super. Well, Germany, you probably had actual baked goods that you would buy at bakeries.
Germany is known for its baked goods.
Yep, we'll get one.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be your snack. You're hungry. Okay. So you have to film your reaction. We'll post
have
this
a sugar high and then a sugar low.
And then last one. Nope. Oh, do you know who this is?
Please. Yes, that's Snooki.
Snooki. I picked Snooki, if you're watching,
Jersey
I picked
Shore.
the best picture.
Yes.
Cool.
I've never seen a full episode of Jersey Shore, but I know what it is.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to have a dance party Samantha Mumba.
Yes.
We're going to watch an episode of Harold. We're going to be eating Hostess cupcakes.
Yes.
And then we're going to watch Jersey Shore. But with that, we'll watch the entire season.
Oh, I love it.
Because
it's a date.
They have, kind of like with your apartment search, they would do this thing called gym tan laundry where you had to go to do your laundry elsewhere. It wasn't in your home. Because that's what you're running into is a lot of.
I don't want that anymore. I feel like I'm too old for it.
Yeah, but they would do gym, working out, tanning, and this was the guys. This was the girls. Gym, tan, laundry. That was their thing.
I mean, we should try it maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's do it. That's what we'll do. We'll do a series of like living like a Jersey Shore. Okay, JWoww, if you're watching this, I know you are, because we're friends. Can you come along and show us how to?
Show us how to live the
oh my
Jersey
God,
life.
because they have a reunion show going on right now too. So oh my God.
Yes. Okay. We're doing it.
We're doing it. Okay. We can bring Nikki too. Our friend Nikki.
Yes.
I think she would have fun too.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, Alina, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So great to chat with you. So easy to talk to. What else? Do you have a podcast? Do you want to plug that for your German listeners?
It's in Germany. It's called Albtraumfabrik.
Oh, okay.
But no, just come on over to my Instagram at Alina Bock and TikTok at Alina_Bock. And those are my main channels.
Great. Awesome. And if you enjoyed the episode today, please like and subscribe and let Alina know what other American hostess snacks she's missing out on.
Please.
Because we'll do it. Maybe we'll do a tasting. A tasting with my German friends. So like and subscribe and let us know in the comments below.
Always subscribe.
Always subscribe. Well, thank you so much for listening to Millennial Made. Alina, thank you for being here and hope you have an amazing day.